right. The G stands for starboard. That's what we're here for. You do make the best boats, the nicest boats.
Thank you.
All right, let me throw this webcam on. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah,
Turn on camera.
What's up, Azar? What prompted this massacre in this cave? What gave you that funny feeling?
Wait, repeat that.
What prompted this massacre? Essentially, you guys were open to negotiating, and it just went straight to violence.
Read the 5th.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually trying to remember. I think I egged it on too.
Well,
I know.
It was both of you, but it was irrecoverable with what Azar said.
They were pulling weapons on us. Yeah, sure. That's what happened. But I was like, hey guys, wait. Let's try to talk this out. And Azar was like, let's just kill these guys. And they're like, oh, we heard that. Roll initiative. And we're like, what the fuck does that mean? Oh, we're fighting.
It was basically like,
on record.
Like 2 of you guys go in there and talk to them. We'll keep 2 guys here so it's even, collateral. And Zuref's like, no, I don't trust him. And Azar's like, yeah, just shoot them. Just shoot them. They spoke common.
I do remember that I egged it, but I definitely didn't say let's. I said something close to let's kill, but I definitely didn't push it all the way there. But we did come to an agreement on it for sure.
So Azar said, I don't trust these guys. Shoot them first. And Zuref was like, I agree for once.
Basically, yeah.
Let me look at the transcript really quick. It says here. G. Eric said, "If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you, huh?" And that's exactly what happened, sort of.
They didn't trust young Metro.
That's how it goes.
Oh my god!
I don't even know who that is, but they didn't trust him.
God bless you, buddy. Right, I'm gonna get rid of that darkness cloud.
Mixtape coming soon.
We already got a backup dancer. I just need G. Eric to launch his rap career.
On it. They call me the freestyle prince.
No one calls you that.
Yes, they do.
The G stands for gangsta.
Who are they?
I will convince everybody that they call me.
They is Paulie.
Paulie's still riding with me too, so
freestyle assassin or whatever you just said.
Hey. And then we just dap him up a little bit.
Cue squelching sounds.
Yeah. All right. You stand amidst the corpses of these skulks.
Oh shit, we're live?
We've been live. You're slow on the uptake with the intro today, man. You're fired.
You didn't tell me. Oh shit, we're live. All right.
Yeah. So what do you guys do? What's going on? What's going through your minds?
If no one else remembers, I'm alone right now. I'm by myself.
Yeah, and as a
you guys need a copy of that list, the loot table too.
Oh yeah.
Joe took 75 out of this 143 gold.
let's see. Also,
and the potions.
They weren't supposed to know that yet, Chase. Damn it.
Well, out of character.
Sure. Okay. All right. Also, what's the length of our water breathing right now after that entire exchange?
You still got a couple hours left. I mean, it only takes probably like 20 to 30 to get to that point. And then the combat itself was like 5 or 6 rounds.
Okay.
I think. So. No, it was a little longer. It was 7 rounds, but that's, it's a minute and 10 seconds.
Okay.
Hey, what's a pot of creamy Joe?
Well, you're gonna have to subscribe to the Patreon. I don't think that could go on YouTube.
That's fair. I just see it in the list here.
I believe that would be 2 potions of cure moderate wounds.
Oh, okay. What's the Joe?
Joey took it.
Oh, okay.
Quin took it. Sorry, I forgot to remove that from the mark. Anywho.
Yeah, and obviously that MWK buckler. I'm assuming that is a shield.
Yeah.
That's a masterwork buckler.
So it's +1.
It's +1. Okay, yeah. So yeah. So looking at the things that we've got here.
I mean, they're all where Joe's at.
Yeah. I haven't quite walked over there yet, but I'm just looking at the list at the moment.
That was
You know what?
That was a pretty dicey fight too. That was pretty nasty for a little bit there. We almost
For some of them.
Almost lost Zuref. Almost I think Azar almost got pieced.
Things did not go very well.
Hang on, I gotta reload the Roll20 page real quick.
All right.
It's treating the selected move like pan right now. There we go. Okay, we're good.
You can pretty sure you can use the scroll wheel if you press it down, like M3 it.
Oh yeah. No, it was when I was trying to move my icon. It was grabbing the icon but also moving the screen at the same time.
Ah.
Yeah, it's good now.
Weird.
We're gonna go check on Quin over here because you know what, the deed's done. We gotta move on. Let's go make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, that
Quin,
sounds like a good idea.
Quin, are you okay over here, friend?
Oh, I am fantastic.
Wonderful. How many attacked you while you were over here?
I had a couple people come after me, but we took care of them. It's all good. They're dead. But look at this crazy shit I found. And then Quin gestures, like takes one arm and kind of just like sways sideways and kind of gestures to the room.
Ooh.
Zuref just kind of stands back and watches this as this takes place, just not wanting to engage in the idea of looting and things of that nature.
Yeah, he likes to watch.
Hell yeah.
So, by the way, guys, all right. Look, I feel a little bad. There was more gold here than was actually what you guys see here. So, I took like 3/4 of it. I think I'd rather split this with you guys. I don't know why I'm doing this. I feel like you guys just deserve it. This is kind of a close call. I'm probably going to regret this, but we'll split it evenly.
Oh, okay. Everybody, be on guard. Somebody replaced Quin.
You can keep your low shiny objects, blue one. I could care less.
Hey, speak for yourself. Party favors do not come cheap. No free rides on the banana boat, boys.
Yeah,
All right,
if Zuref doesn't want his share, that's something else. But I would.
GP for me.
Okay, we'll give 3 to our buddy Polly.
Yeah, and
right.
And that piece of scrap metal over there.
Yeah, all yours, all yours.
Just starts like eating on it.
Is that tasty or?
Any point in the storm, it's a vegan option, but hey.
Quin's going to pick up the sun rod and kind of inspect it. What are the stats on this thing, Mr. DM?
The sun rod's it's like a torch, effectively. So.
Okay. Well, then he kind of inspects it, looks it over.
Almost like a glow stick, sort of. So you or a flare. More accurately, it's like a flare. You bang the tip on something and it glows like bright gold for 6 hours. So, ironically, would have been really nice to have to throw in the middle of that darkness and illuminate a path through it.
I'm going to inspect it over, and I'm actually going to hand it to Zuref and say, I think you're the only person who doesn't have a form of lighting up a room, so I think you should take this.
Yeah, I quickly just throw it on my back. I just kind of slide it behind my cuirass and just gesture over towards the buckler as well. I kind of look at Quinn and look down at the buckler, giving him a quick little nod to have him hand that to me as well.
You don't have any light spells. Interesting.
You know what? Can I grab one of those toolkits over there?
The thieves' tools?
Yeah.
You're probably the only one who could use them.
I just want to
All
say
right.
that Azar is in like kind of a shocked state right now over what he just did. So he's kind of been like not paying attention to anything. He's just standing there, kind of head down.
Would you briefly explain what the clavico mastoid thing is for those of us uninitiated? Is it the big ass like meat thing right here?
Oh yeah, the sternocleidomastoid.
That.
It's essentially the sternocleidomastoid is essentially a trap, and then the big vein I was going for in the neck was the jugular, which is it helps to transport all the oxygen depleted blood from the brain and such.
And
Little quick
just-
anatomy.
So you literally took the life button out of that person.
As a wise man once said, I ripped and then I dipped.
All right. Well, guys, what else are we doing here? Like, we kind of killed these people, and we got their stuff. What else?
Well, they did mention taking us to their leader, so I mean that's always on the table. Or we could leave and maybe come back.
Without
make a perception check, Eric.
Everybody, or-
Perceptione.
No, just Eric.
Easiest perception. What I get?
Yeah. You're pretty sure the one next to Quin was probably the leader based on their garb and proximity to the loot.
You know what? I don't think we actually need to meet their leader anymore. I think they might be gone. I kind of am wondering, you know, what they're doing down here other than it being their home. Like, why are they down here? Why'd they have like a pet down here? You know, they've been here a while now.
I wonder if it has
Only they
anything
weren't
to
dead.
do with those giant double metal doors that we saw when we first entered before we started slaughtering all the people.
At the end of the day, it doesn't help us get any closer to finding Connor. So they're dead now. It's time we move forward.
Yeah, I guess what's done is done. We should probably divvy up the stuff and try to see if we can locate Connor. But honestly, I'm not sure how they would have gotten past these folks unless they took a much more friendly approach than we did.
Seeing as what they almost did to us, I can't imagine that they would have been as kind to Connor and folk either. It's possible that they just made it by stealthily.
Yes. Stealth. Not the fact that he's a 7th level wizard or anything. Yes.
Hey, I don't know that.
This is true.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So I'll scoop up that buckler and an additional short sword, and we'll keep it pushing.
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna take one of them tools, and I guess one of them studded leather armors.
without saying a word to anybody, I'm just gonna grab one of the studded leather armors. And what did you say that pot of CMW Joe was?
Oh, that's mine. Technically, characters aren't supposed to know that I have that. That technically doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
It's potions
Sorry,
of
sorry.
Amarok wounds, but he has them hidden on his person. You guys wouldn't know.
And I also have the sun rod as well because Quinn gave it to me.
And then I guess we're splitting the money.
Split the money. Well, split the money amongst three of us since Zuref said he didn't want his share.
Oh, do you want to split it threesies? Okay, cool. That's
And
like
then
47-ish.
140 divided by 3, and then 3 gold goes to our little green friend.
Ollie.
Okay, so 46-ish each.
Cool.
Works.
Hold on one sec, Azar. I'm gonna put the studded leather on your sheet.
And what's that sap?
So it's masterwork. Basically, the way that magic items work is it has to be masterwork first, which is like the best quality a base item can be, and then when you enchant it, it adds to it. So it's essentially masterwork means it's +1 to hit, and then once you enchant stuff and go further than that, it becomes +1 to hit, +1 damage, and then +2 and +2 and so forth. So sap is like a kosh or like a I don't know what's the name of it. Yeah, let me finish put this in real quick.
Like a blackjack.
Yeah, black exactly. So it's just like a little beanbag people's head in with.
Chase, should I go ahead and add the stuff I'm taking to my own list, or are you doing that?
I'll keep it track of it.
Okay, cool.
So there's +5 dex bonus, -1.
Are you adding the gold as well?
No, you guys keep track of the gold.
Okay. We said 46, correct?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
There, do you want the sap too, Azar?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm gonna take the scroll of shield actually, if no one else wants that.
Magic. I don't know anything about magic. You hit me up with some complex engineering, I might have an answer for you. But magic, that stuff's crazy.
It's just parchment to me.
And what's the scroll of identify?
You would use it to identify what something does magically. I don't think any of you guys can actually use that though, not at this point.
Okay.
The check is like way ridiculous because it's not on any of your lists.
Yeah, but like if we had like a magic item that needed like a command or something, it'd be useful for figuring out what that command is if we didn't know.
And Marshall, yeah. So you could use the sap, which is what. D6. I'll put that on the sheet later unless you want to use it now. Okay.
And before we get into if we find ourselves in another bit of combat, sorry for all the house cleaning stuff. We've been laid off for a little bit. We haven't rested or anything, so things like Raging Song, I'm unable to use those right now. We're kind of like.
Are you? I think you still have a few rounds left. I think you only used 3. You didn't start raging until after they got you up.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It was
okay.
3 or 4.
I think it was 4. Yeah.
And you get 7 a day, so you still have 3.
Okay. And that includes the Lesser Spirit Totem as well, right?
Yeah, that's you choose if you want that to happen.
That's a modifier.
When
Okay.
you rage. Yeah. There's no like, it's only limited to the amount of times you can rage plus lingering performance. So, however many it lasts after the fact.
Gotcha.
Of which, if you've stopped raging, the totems are gone now.
Of course.
Yep. All right. Well, you got a couple of paths ahead of you still.
Yep.
Should you choose?
So you said we still have a little bit left with this oxygen, right?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, you got a while.
Quite a bit.
I'd say it's
Yeah,
probably
right, cool.
You've probably only been down there by this point 45 minutes tops.
Oh,
okay.
All right, if we've collected all the stuff that we need to do, then we've divvied up all the loot. Guys, there was those giant double doors, and I know I just mentioned those not too long ago, but I feel like, these are similar to when we were in that bandit hideout, and maybe Polly can help us out. There's got to be something else over there. I think we need to go check those out. I'm heading that way.
There's also the hole, and then there's whatever's north of you. You could still clear too, so it's up to you guys. Whatever you want to
do. Yeah. Honestly, the faster we find Connor, the better. I can't imagine he'd be this shallow in the cave at this point. If we haven't seen him by now, we should just check those doors. Him being
we
a
also
level
don't know
8 wizard and all.
We also don't know his health status or anything like that. We should probably just assume the worst. Extraction is our main goal, right?
Yeah, ostensibly getting him back in one piece.
All right, let's go, Azar. Let's go, and hopefully not cause any other incidents. Am I right? Pat him on the back as I walk on by.
Worst comes to worst, we can
I'd say
explore the
nothing
rest
and
of
just move over.
We can explore the rest of the cave as we exit, as we will inevitably make our exit.
Right.
I'm in agreement.
Okay. As you guys approach, someone is providing a light source, I would assume, for those of you who can't see in the dark.
I assume Quin and his dancing lights.
Yeah, it could be dancing lights. It could be the torch bug sticks, which will snuff out after today. Either way, you see a smooth wall made out of a pretty familiar looking gray sky metal. It's not dissimilar to what you saw in that original bandit hideout, like he said. It bisects the wall of the cavern itself, so it's almost fused into the stone face, and you see it's pitted and scorched, as if it's been struck or burnt, something of that nature. Very clearly, about 5 feet off the ground in the center, a circular opening pierces this metal wall, and it allows access to, looks like some sort of hallway on the other side.
How big is the hole? I'm sorry.
That's like 5 feet circle.
So realistically, Quin could squeeze in there.
Yeah, just human sized for sure.
Okay. I mean, I'm a little bigger than human size, but yeah.
You're not that big. Come on, man. 5 feet across.
What happened to Zuref? I don't know. He just kept saying he was built different. Then he died.
He kept saying he was him. At this point, I guess we all could simply crawl through the hole instead of one of us just trying to. You know what? I'll just crawl through it first. It's fine. If there's anything on the other side, I'd rather be me than the rest of you.
As he crawls through, I'm going to cast dancing lights into the hallway, so at least he can see.
Okay.
And I crawl through.
As he's crawling through, and I cast dancing lights. As soon as I'm done casting dancing lights, Quin looks at kind of periodically, like looks back at Azar and Gieric, and is just like, "Huh. I wonder what made all these marks on the sky metal. Too bad we killed the only people that probably knew about it."
These marks, too accurate for sand people. Sorry.
Especially since I know their language.
What do I
He just
see?
shakes. Quin just kind of shakes his head and crawls through the hole.
As you push through the circular entrance, you emerge into an elongated, slightly curved hallway. It's made of sky metal, just like the exterior wall. The ceilings are around 7-8 foot tall, and to the north and the south, the tunnel itself is blocked off by debris, while the east and the western doorways, which is basically what you're standing directly in front of, lie open completely. Give me 1 second to put you on the actual map.
Mm-hmm. You said that the doorway to my east lies open?
Yeah, right in front of you.
Right in front of me is open? Okay. All right, it looks like we're blocked off north and the south here, but there is an opening. Can the two of you should come through, and we'll continue pushing on.
Alrighty.
At this point, I will crack the sunrod and dip my light source, and I will push through about, let's do a little measurement. Let's say about 15 feet. Let's say 20 feet, 4 squares up into the darkness.
Okay, you're provided with 20 feet of illumination.
Okay.
Square from the sunrod.
Sure. So I'm gonna
Ironic.
boom, and then about right there.
As you push through, you see another similar looking hallway to the two previous, other than the lone occupant, which is a pretty familiar looking metal construct. Sits inactive towards the second set of easterly doors.
Gieric, there's a it's very similar to the thing we found in Connor's house, I believe. I'm drawing a blank on the name right now.
For you, it was Torox.
Torox, there we go.
For Azar, it was a Tumbler.
It appears to be another Torok, but this one appears to be
much better condition
and not active.
Previous.
Cool. Fantastic. What do you want me to do about that?
I don't know. Check it over to see if it's going to activate anytime soon. It seems to be in good condition. See if it's a threat.
Yes, I can absolutely do that. No problems whatsoever. I guess I'm gonna check what I can find out about it.
What do you want to do specifically?
To see if it's able to be turned back on.
Make an engineering check. The 14, probably not. But as Polly is like leaning out of the pack on your back, he kind of like slips a little hand in front of it, goes like this a couple of times, and like slowly pulls back. It's on. Nobody make any sudden moves. Just gonna take a step back. So he like slinks as far back as he can while still being in the container.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Paulie on this one because I thought the exact same thing, that it's on, it's active, and we should probably not disturb it.
This eastern door is open as well?
Yeah. You'd have to it's partial, it's cracked, but you'd be able to push it through, no problem.
Okay. I'm gonna walk past it.
Okay.
Let's say about 20 feet again, so about 4 squares.
Okay.
It's about here.
In doing so, you will leave Eric in darkness.
That's fine.
To be clear.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fine. What are you talking about? That's fine.
We have felled one of these prior. They're usually not out to kill us, and to be honest with you, it is holding us back standing here looking at a sleeping robot.
You're the one that told me to look at it.
I can't hear you. I've already walked by you at this point. Yeah.
All right. What are the boys back there doing?
I'm gonna be cautious, but I'm gonna go around like the farthest possible route that I can, and walk up next to Zuref. Just kind of like, not really like cautiously walking to not really make noise, but at the same time, I'm kind of a little confident about the walk, just because we've already fought one of these.
I don't say anything. I follow around as well. I stop and look at G. Eric so he can see my eyes, and I kind of just continue forward past Quin.
Can I stealth and stumble around in the darkness to get around this thing?
Absolutely, you can attempt to.
Let's go. All right, we're gonna hit that one. Hey.
It's really dark, and as you step to the side, you hear servos like. Seems to be sitting in place still.
Okay. We're gonna keep tiptoeing this way then.
All right. You guys want to light up that whole room, or?
How many? Let me see real quick. How many charges? No, I'm just gonna use. I'll cast dancing lights again into like center of the room.
Dancing lights is like unlimited. It's just you have to concentrate on it. When you stop concentrating on it, it goes away.
Gotcha.
Well, you can use it as many times as you want. Just not.
Yeah.
You can't have multiple active, if that makes sense. But you can
I was thinking about maybe using my arrow, but at the same time, maybe I want that for combat. So like, just dancing lights is fine.
All right. Where do you want to send it?
Oh, I'm gonna fucking send it right about there.
As he sends it north, I'm gonna walk 20 squares southwest or southeast. I'm sorry. So about here, or 20 feet, 4 squares southeast.
Southwest. You still got that Chipotle on your brain.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have landed in garbage.
Not exactly. All right, so what you guys see to the north is this. It's a tangle of these, I don't know, strange-looking, deformed metal cages of some kind. Amidst the ribs of the cages are ribs of a more organic nature. What look like the ancient bones of some sort of creature. Obviously, smaller rounds of garbage and rubble lie against the wall where Zuref is right now. And there is a door to the south right in front of you, which is steadfastly shut.
Okay, can I go over to it and inspect it with knowledge history?
I don't think history would really do anything to it.
Okay. You said it's like a more ancient, is what you said.
The bones in the cages, the doors themselves. I mean, it's.
No, I was talking about the bones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Up there, yeah, you can.
Yeah. Okay. And then would history be the right thing there?
Yeah.
Or okay,
give it a go.
Let's go.
Oh my fucking god!
Feast.
I was about to ironically say this is the one because you would not be able to gain anything unless it was a nat 20, which it was for the audience. Holy shit!
Can't physically hit anything, but he knows everything.
Yeah. Curious.
Kind of a scholar, if you will.
Yes. As you stare at these incomplete skeletons, these rib cages, these rib bones, you notice the torso is elongated, and where there's normally a clavicle-like shape with a ball and socket, there's normally one on each side. You see that, but about 8 to 10 inches below, you see another location that looks like it would hold the socket. Almost as something that had 4 arms was possessed there. And for a moment, stories you were told as a child, campfire lore, stories of that nature, flashes through your head briefly. You can't put a name to a face, you can't picture it, but there's a strange familiarity to these silhouettes.
Okay.
As you process that, you think back to the cave paintings you guys saw over in this room of the strange four-armed primitive humanoids.
Okay. I turn to the group and I tell them that whatever we've stumbled in is definitely a weird combination of very, very old and very ancient, and clearly a little bit more modern. Um, Either way, this is not Connor. These are not what I would consider bones of any of the expedition, so we can push on and move forward. And I move over to the door.
I'm going to move over closer to the center of the room just because I want to be open, but also I'm trying to like understand what Zuref just said and trying to piece things together.
Is this door open?
It is not. You'd have to part it.
And what about south there? What is that? That little white square?
That's a door as well. That's the one.
Also a door.
That's the steadfast shut door.
Okay, gotcha. I turn back and I see Quin kind of eyeing the bones, and I just kind of reiterate to him that it's not a pressing matter right now. We're stumbling into something much older than us, something from my youth, something I understand but can't quite pin right now, something that even Azar may or may not understand, but likely would not be able to pin it down at this exact moment.
Hey, Paulie, do you think you could help us open one of these other doors?
Quinn, as you say that, a memory kind of passes through my mind again from the stories that I've been told, and I remember specifically somebody telling me that these creatures, whatever they are, may or may not have descended from the stars. They are not of this planet, from what I remember them telling me. Now, this is all just folklore from people to people. You see, we never wrote anything down. We just told our stories to each other. So I may be getting it wrong, but I have a pretty good flash of memory on this, that it is some descendant from some stars.
Oh, writing it down would have been really helpful.
That goes against the way we do things. Writing things down can be manipulated. They can be changed, altered by anyone. But as long as we continue to tell the stories and keep passing them down through trust and through our generations, we can never truly forget them, which is why I can recall things even now.
Well, Quin finds that really interesting, especially because both him and Azar are not of this world either. So things just keep getting a little more spicy as time goes on.
As you have that thought, do you say that out loud, or do you just think that to yourself?
Say it out loud.
You would say that out loud.
Why don't you all roll local for me?
Okay.
That's the one.
That's the one right there. Oh my. As you say that, very thought-provoking, surprisingly poignant statement from Quin, who's normally pretty reserved. He's usually keeps his cards close to the vest. Azar and Zuref, it strikes you that these things, they came from ostensibly outer space or far away. What put them in cages?
Meanwhile, I'm just poking my head beyond that door, just trying to look out at the darkness where that little robot thingy is, just making sure it doesn't try to beat boop all over us.
Yeah. I'm still sitting trying to recall the thoughts and the stories in my head to find more information. So although I am thinking about what caged them, it's not fully processing in my mind just yet.
Also, is Polly asleep? Because I for sure asked him a question.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, I asked if Polly could help us get these doors open before we had all this like deep conversation about the origins of these four-armed creatures.
He's fucking gorging himself on that little like piece of rebar that you guys gave him earlier. So, yeah, it looked kind of like partially cocked. You could probably push him open. That one to the south, maybe not. Do me a favor, bring me over to it real quick.
Okay, Azar, keep an eye on that door for me. I don't want that thing hitting us.
I walk over to Azar while Polly and Quin are going south, and I say to Azar,
Wait, are we going south?
That's the locked door.
Sorry, not the south. I say to Azar, Azar, seeing that you've been caged before, have you ever? What do you think could encage or enslave something that comes from the stars?
At hearing him insinuate that I've been caged, I immediately snarl, and I just say to him, "What makes you think I've been caged before?"
Well, it's very clear and evident what you did to that creature back there. That if you're not physically caged, you're at least metaphysically caged, metaphorically caged, if you will, somewhere in your heart or in your rage. You seem to be pent up.
I simply walk away saying, "You know nothing of me," and I kind of just stand on this other side of Quin.
Fuck you, Zuref.
Always with your type. And I turn and face back to Gieric. Actually, I try to push the eastern doors open out of frustration.
All right. Go ahead and make a strength roll.
Cool. Yeah. Famine.
Oh,
Hey,
no
he
way.
called it.
No.
You break both of your arms.
No, the walls themselves are this polished skymetal, and they're probably almost a foot thick. Not the walls, but the doors, rather. And you just scrabble to gain some purchase. You can't quite do it on your own. Probably take two of you.
Oh, I was hoping it'd be like a pickle jar situation.
No, you loosened it for him. That's all.
I loosened it. Yeah, I loosened it up.
Hey, Azar, would you mind giving this knucklehead a chance, a helping hand?
I look up at Quin with the tiniest, like the smidge of a in my corner, and I just say, "Only if you act."
I can try.
Yeah, anyone who wants to is.
Let's go. Feast.
All right. Yeah, you're able to get some purchase, and like maybe as he's pulling, you like kind of like wedge in the gap and push with your back like against it. You push with your legs, and it just starts to budge.
You loosened it for me, Zuref.
Good. I turn to Quin, and I look at him very sternly, and I say, "It's clear that friendship has conditions." And I turn back towards the door and push on through, about right on the other side of the door.
Oh no, it's dark there.
After he walks through, I look at Azar and I kind of like give him like the huh, and go, "Friends?"
I kind of just shake my head, just unsure of what the hell he meant.
Well, let's go, gentlemen. Let's not leave him waiting.
As you enter the room, Zuref, you see two strange machines to your north and to your south. Almost like intertwined coils of metal, each of the faces of these machines, with what look like nozzles or something similar to it, pointing inside the room. They sit inactive.
My first instinct is to break, so I turn to Gieric and ask him a very pointed, stupid question, which is, Gieric, what are these? What do you think these are?
Well, clearly, these are. Chase, can I roll? Can I roll something to help figure it out?
See if I can hit an engineering.
These are obviously.
You don't have the slightest idea. But as you sit and study the structures for a moment, you're like, clearly something is designed to come out of these nozzles, some kind of liquid or maybe even pressurized gas. You've seen machines designed to let steam off in Alkenstar. Not similar to this, but like it jogs your memory. Almost like there's some kind of spray intended.
These are clearly steam valves. Very, very good technology back in Alkenstar. It's a little advanced. I don't blame you for not knowing right away. But you know, it's harmless. Everything's fine right now.
Make an intelligence check.
Aw, I was hoping to be bad.
As you're saying that, you're standing in the middle of this room, kind of like glancing around. You look at the confines. And you look at the two pairs of doors, almost like a bulkhead in a ship, something that would seal you in place. And you think maybe it was designed to be flooded for containment.
So mid-sentence, as I have that thought, I say, is what I would have said, but clearly this is how they would have confined those things. So these probably flooded the room with like some kind of water or some kind of like chemical agent, maybe that would have done something, maybe suspended them. I'm not 100% sure, since I'm not from this area. But that's much more likely than the joke I was telling you just moments ago.
Yeah. Room's kind of airtight. You know?
Chewing on its beef jerky still.
Yeah. It's just...
Okay. The door in front of me, east, is it also locked? It's at this point. It must be, right?
It's shut.
Closed.
It's not
It's
locked.
shut.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any way that I can roll something to identify if attempting to open this is going to put Gieric and I in danger, or no? Do not have any, like, no perception check could check that.
Eric, I'm pretty sure you would have noticed by now that if this was like the ship, or you wouldn't know it was a ship, but the dungeon hideout that the bandits were using, it seemed to have some sort of power, be it magical or otherwise. It's very clearly similar in architecture, but there's no power.
Gieric, I'm about to push through and leave these two behind. Anything I should worry about?
Yeah, let's not leave them behind, first and foremost, because we should stay together. We're stronger in numbers. Second off, do you think there's a source of power somewhere? Because this is very reminiscent of when we fought those bandit jerks that decided to kidnap us. So I feel like there's a way we can open these doors without having to expend all that effort.
You're right. It's possible that since Azar happens to be so much stronger and courageous, maybe he could bring himself in here and open these doors.
Hey man, do you need to talk? Because you seem to be a little bit salty about him for some reason.
Nothing to talk about. We just need to move forward. We're losing time.
All right. Hey, Azar. Hey, Quin. You guys want to come in here? I guess maybe, or check around out there to see if there's like, I don't know, some button or something to turn this thing on.
I turned to Jared. I don't think we should. I don't think we should turn this on. I think we need to just push through these doors and move on.
No. Hey, if you think that's the best course of action, but finding power might help us out in the long run.
I'm gonna walk over to the doors and kind of look into the room. I'm gonna look at Jarek and I'm gonna say, we had to power this up the last time. I wonder if I could do something. Chase, would I be able to use Shocking Grasp to electrify the system?
Probably not. There's not even a discernible port of entry. Previously, you saw Eric interacting with strange, crystalline and metal circuit-like devices. There doesn't seem to be anything like that visible.
Okay. I'm also not keen on all of us being trapped in the same room if something should happen. So,
well, I mean,
let's
move. The door in front of you is cleanly open, I should say. The one that's directly in front of Quin. Like, you guys pushed it open, so it's open.
Oh, no, I know that. But the other door, we need help opening, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not cool with everybody being in the same space unless we have a way out.
I'd like to roll strength and try to open this door.
Okay.
That's Quin's survivalist tactics coming into play there.
I mean, the door's open in front of you.
All right.
Not the one in front of Zuref.
You're able to, like, in a dazzling display of strength compared to before. Since you've seen it in action, you're just like, oh yeah. It's like, if you ever had a shower door that gets stuck and it's like kind of tipped a little bit, it's like you're like, oh, okay, I got it. When you kind of like shift your grip a little bit, you're able to. And
I thought of that.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk 2 squares forward, 10 feet, and try to see what I see on the other side.
Okay, hang on. I gotta do some math here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh god, we're working in multiples of 4.
Oh god.
It's just the 20 feet.
He's gonna say the words. Say the line, Bart.
Roll for initiative.
Right. Yes, the door sits in the one wall of this pretty cramped, short stone tunnel that curves north. Can't really see where it goes.
All right. So Quin sees that they open it and they're starting to walk through. They go, "Hey, Azar, let's not fall too far behind. We got to keep these idiots alive."
I just kind of nod my head at him and follow behind.
I'm not that stupid.
Well, are we pressing forward or not?
I turn
fearless
back.
Leader.
Yeah, I turn back to both Quin and Azar, and Jarek as well, and I look at them with a level of impatience, as though I am attempting to pass leadership on to somebody else, but recognizing that it's just simply not going to happen after all this time, because I don't want to lead our entire party into death. I want us to find Connor. I want us to get out, but it appears that we're just standing around. I once again turn forward and walk 25 feet forward, 5 squares, just into the extra darkness above.
I'm really more of a shoot them from afar kind of guy, so I'm letting you take point on this one, buddy.
As I continue to walk and I see no threats and nothing on the walls, I continue pushing forward. Okay. Almost at a medium walk. Yep.
Okay. As Zuref kind of like falls out of sight, maybe around the corner. I look at Azar and I go, man, look at the courage on this one.
I look at Quin and kind of let out a sigh and kind of put my hands behind my head, kind of like Goku does, and just kind of start walking forward and say, well, better him than us, I guess. And just kind of follow from a distance behind. Close to Quin.
Would the four of you roll perception as you're walking?
Will I?
Feast.
Yeah!
Feast.
Well, we went to a buffet. One of us already ate lunch.
As you're walking through this tunnel, it's sort of threaded throughout these red vine-like appendages. I don't know what you would call it, really. Looks to be emanating almost like the root system of a mushroom, or mushrooms, from a large piece of coral in the center of the room. And as Zuref gets to where he's standing, it turns and it attempts to take a swing at him. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Those
Pay the line, Chase.
As I'm walking forward, as I see the creature itself, whatever it is, I also see it take its turn and kind of move towards me and shoot its like tentacles out at me before it even makes the move itself.
A feasty day for me, guys.
Yeah.
It's a family day, I should say. Family.
Hey Chase,
Yes.
can I do my Blatherskite's thing and also stealth it up?
Yeah. Remind me how Blatherskite's initiative works.
So I get a +2 to my initiatives, which I don't think that's already calculated on here yet.
Double check. Because you have to spend grit for it, don't you?
No, only if I want to move my full movement
Interesting.
instead of a 5-foot step.
Okay, so it's just plus two initiative?
Yeah, +2 to that, and then I can do a 5-foot step and attempt a stealth check as part of the initiative.
All right.
Actually, is there anything to hide behind, actually?
In the tunnel itself, not really, no.
No, okay, never mind. We won't do the stealth part then. We'll just do the thing.
You can, you can attempt to stealth behind somebody. You have to have some form of concealment to do it. So if you're standing behind Zuref, you can do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's hide behind Zuref.
I have 2 giant flags on my back as well. So.
Hell yeah.
All right, that'd be stealth versus perception. Oof.
Story of my life today.
Terrible. It's a very perceptive creature. Okay,
That's okay.
So we are in the surprise round. Everybody but Azar saw it. Zuref, you're up. You can only take either a move or a standard action in the surprise round.
Okay. From where I'm standing right now, I would actually. Yeah, so I can only take a move or a standard action. I can't do both basically, so I couldn't move and attack it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Until next round.
And I'm a little bit away from it, but this thing also hasn't. It did try to swing at me, right?
Correct. That yellow square is indicative of its reach.
Which yellow square? I'm sorry.
You guys can't see it?
I can't see a yellow square.
Doesn't have like a yellow...
I got no yellow squares, Chase.
No squares.
Doesn't have a yellow aura of some kind?
If I mouse over it, you're talking about if I mouse over it in the initiative order?
No, it should be displaying around the portrait.
I don't see anything.
No, sir.
There's no yellow. That was a ping.
Ah. How about now?
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, there it is.
To enable that. Okay, interesting. Cool. We learn something new every day.
And so, but this is not the range that I can swing at it. I'd have to still be closer, right?
You have to step within 5 feet, correct?
I have to step with 5 feet in the surprise round right now. Okay.
Which moving would provoke.
Correct. Yeah, that makes sense. Unless I move out of its range.
You
Yeah.
can't take a 5-foot step, I don't think, during surprise rounds.
Okay, so I can't move at all, is what you're saying?
No, you can move. I'm saying you can't take the doesn't provoke 5-foot step. I'm pretty sure.
It's like even if I moved backwards a step.
You'd still provoke, yeah.
Super, but I'd be out of its threat range though. Like I'd be out of its attack range. Like if I moved here, it'd still be able to hit me from there.
No, it wouldn't be able to hit you from there.
Oh, that's
you have to be inside the yellow.
Gotcha. Okay. Given that I have fought several oozes and things of that nature, and my utilizing my Watcher of the Weave insight on this creature, not seeing a clear-cut outcome to what we have going on here, I am just simply going to take a small step back. Because I seem to not do very well with tentacle-y things as of right now. So I am going to take a small step back. And as I step back, I am going to yell back to Azar, who was not able to see it, to be careful. I'm unsure of what this is. It has moving tentacles like vines. And that will be the end of my turn.
It will swipe at you as you step back and miss.
Famine.
Mega famine today, huh? All right, and we are up to Quin.
All right, so I am going to take a step just in front of Azar, but not necessarily still well within, my own range to not get hit. I'm going to quickly describe this creature a little bit more in depth to Azar because Zuref just kind of said tentacles and that was kind of it. So Azar, this thing is like a I don't know, it kind of looks like rock, but it's got these tentacles that are coming out, and it's already taken a swing at Zuref. So obviously this thing's hostile. So just double up on the caution. And after that, I am going to actually sit down on the ground, crisscross, and I am going to, in Naruto they have the two fingers thing, and they just kind of like hold it like they're gonna focus. I close my eyes real quick, and in this focus mode, Chase, I'm going to activate my arcane pool. And once I act,
we'll just say you didn't move for the sake of it.
Okay.
We'll say you could have been there. That's fine. Go on. Do what you were gonna do. Still surprise rounds, so you can only basically do like one real action.
So the arcane pool that counts as an action then?
In this case, yes.
Okay. And that will end my turn.
Right on. Boat maker.
Sorry for the noise, boys. And I point my pistol out, aiming over Zuref's shoulder, and I take a shot against this bouldery botanical beast, bravely beginning to build a boat. Boom!
Bouldering botanical beast, bravely beginning to build.
What does he get?
Oh,
I hit him.
Not gonna
just
do it.
missed.
Dang. You fire through like a hole in the coral-like carapace, and it just cleanly exits the other side.
Maybe it'll think twice before trying to hit us next time.
The creature like angrily lilts in your direction and lets off like a kind of strange chitter.
Can we take a moment to appreciate the alliteration that was G. Eric just now?
Thank you.
Because that was very well done. Kudos to you, sir.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, beauty. All right.
Bouldering botanical beast. Wow.
That is its turn, and it is going to go ahead and take a step up.
Oh fuck!
Step up to the streets.
It's not step per se. It's sort of like a disturbing snail-like or serpent-like locomotion as it inches forward. Do I want to go there or do I want to go there? I want to go there. And that'll be its turn. Azar, you're up.
Right. I am going to step between Quin and Zuref. Actually, I'm gonna step more like towards the side. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here. Just kind of keeping guard over Quin and kind of standing behind Jarek and Zuref as this thing kind of makes its move.
Awesome.
I think that'll be my turn, right? Because I can't do anything else after I move.
Correct. Until this round, now you can act as normal. Surprise round over. We're up to Zuref.
Okay. Yeah. Seeing as how I previously did not imagine that this thing could move, being faced with now an actual threat in my presence, I am going to try to take a swing at it with my short sword.
Excellent.
Now let's go ahead and click that bad boy.
18, that will hit for 6 points of slashing damage. Very nice.
Nice hit.
Yeah, I'd like to think I slice off a tentacle or two.
Yeah, there are a lot more where that came from, but you definitely got to clean, like, it. Again, it reacts with this echoing sort of clicking noise as it recoils from having the tentacles chopped off. It sort of bays in pain in you.
After that, after my attack, I will actually just I will just stand my ground and just stay right here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Quin?
All right. Also, sorry I forgot that I can't move for Arcane Pool. That's my bad.
No. It's just it's a weird situation because of surprise round. Ordinarily you can, because our Arcane Pool is usually a swift action, like a bonus, but you're limited to like one action during a surprise round.
Also, was it a surprise round because I walked us into danger, or was it or is that just?
You guys, the three of you beat the perception check to see it in time.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's the only reason you weren't totally boned.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to. I'm sitting down crisscross, right? I've got my eyes closed. I'm just kind of focusing. I can hear this commotion going on, and I look slightly annoyed. You guys can't see it because I've got my mask on, but slightly annoyed that I'm trying to like focus and there's all this fucking shit going on. So I stand up, eyes still closed, hands still in my like focusing pose, and you just hear me kind of calmly say, "Illusion of calm." There's a weird kind of glitchy kind of looking coat of like air about me. And Chase, do you want me to describe more of what Illusion of Calm is, or do you want me to just leave it at that?
No, it's up to you. You want to explain it to them? Have you guys ever been in a room with a strobe light and like you just catch the after effects of someone moving through space?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like that, but I'll let him.
So I'm standing there, and it has kind of that effect, like Chase is talking about, where it's a little, maybe let's say like, it almost looks like me, but it's a couple of inches either side of me, forward and back. So I just kind of look like I'm very kind of glitchy right now. And I am going to pull out my crossbow, my little hand crossbow that I have. And I am going to walk. I can only do a 5-foot step at this point, right?
Ordinarily, yes, but the drawing, are you using your tail to draw the bow?
I will, if it means I can do it.
Then yes. Normal. The other guys could not do that. You can do that. Yes.
Benevolent DM.
So
no, it's a swift action. It's part of having a prehensile tail. You can do stuff like that. So.
Yeah, my prehensile tail is similar to my sheath, the quick sheath.
Yeah, the speed sheath. It's basically like that.
Yep. So I'm standing there, and you guys just see my tail just whip kind of a crossbow, and it just lands in my hand, and then I will take a 5-foot step to the side, actually, and that ends my turn.
I need to see. I don't think I set pool up for the crossbow.
He's moving in 25.
I think you see where I'm going with this, Chase.
Yeah. You're good. It's so you did cast Pool in the surprise round, so it's on, I put it on for you, and it does affect ranged and melee. So like, just to clarify real quick, if you wanted to have the benefits of Pool applied to your sword when you shoot the crossbow and drop it or reload it or whatever, you would have
Mhm.
to turn the buff off, spend another Pool point, and turn the buff back on for it to
And
apply.
then turn it back on. Yep, I remember you explaining that to me.
But it's on. Technically, it's on for both.
Okay.
For 1 minute, which is 10 rounds.
Okay.
And or potentially 3 minutes. I'm not sure. I have to
Also,
double check that.
how many crossbow bolts do I have? I don't remember. I don't think I have that written down.
We will assume enough
12
for this fight. Yeah, a dozen or so is fair.
Okay,
There weren't any on that.
we'll say 12.
Yeah, we'll call it a dozen. That's fine. It's reloading a crossbow. It's not like a bow. You can't just like fire every turn. You have to spend a move action to reload effectively. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So
So that ends my turn.
Right on. We are back to Eric.
Still want more? Well, all right. I've got plenty more to give you. I do a little flourish of a reload, doing my best to steal my nerves as I stare down this undulating enemy, trying to convince myself more than it that I'm not terrified. I take aim again at the body of the clicking creature, hoping to crack that shell like an egg on the side of a mixing bowl. Oh, we're feminine today, boys.
I'm loving
nice.
the confidence. I'm loving the confidence.
And as I miss, I'm like,
It quite literally undulates almost to its own bizarre alien rhythm, like to a tune none of you can hear, and it like slips past the round, kind of goes through that C-shaped.
It's just so hard to get a beat on it, man.
It's a slippery pickle, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that's it.
Slippery Pickle was Polly's nickname in high school.
Actually, it was a strip joint I owned on Castrovet. Never mind, I shouldn't have said
Polly
that.
after the fight.
I should not have said that. Anyway. All right. So it is. It's going to click at you, Eric, after you've whiffed twice. Roll sense motive.
Oh, okay. We can do that. We can't do that.
You're not really sure what it's doing. Definitely not laughing at you. That's for sure. As it's going to go ahead and take 2 swings with its tentacles at you. Oh.
The second one hits.
Feast and famine. Yeah, I believe the second one is going to hit. Yeah. That is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage, is it?
Okay. Your boys okay. Ha ha ha.
And that will end its turn.
If I take that 5-foot step into a square next to it, will that provoke an attack of opportunity?
Ordinarily, no, but this thing has reach and you're within the reach, so yes.
Oh, okay. All right. What I'm going to do is see something. One of those. I'm just gonna take that 5-foot step. Move here, and then I am going to use my sword cane with scorching weapons to attack it. Do I click scorching weapons first?
Yeah.
All right, let me do that real quick. So I kind of pop out from behind Zuref. Where the hell is this?
It might just be we manually add 1 damage.
There it is. And then quickly, as a quick action, kind of unsheath my sword cane and I start warming it up to a brilliant red, and I take a swipe at it. Hopefully, I don't know if that is, but that is.
14 hits, yeah. We're just going to take
14 hits.
5 points of piercing damage. Very nice.
And I stab it in one of its weird ass tentacle things.
Again,
steam coming out of the pierce, the perforation as it's kind of being cauterized at the same time and burnt.
You smell calamari.
Favorite.
Right.
Reminds me of her. I should call her.
All right. That's going to be your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A couple things are going to happen real quick. I need the 3 of you that are within the yellow area.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Go ahead and roll a fortitude save.
Okay.
This has to be the one.
Oh, my fucking God. Come on!
If there was ever a Buddha, this is the time.
Golden Corral, we feasting.
We feasting, baby. This is Stevie B's pizza.
Eating good tonight.
Beautiful. You're only halfway not screwed. I need the 3 of you to also make a reflex save.
Oh, come on, man. Well,
Oh my God. Oh my
Goodbye.
God.
goodbye, everyone.
Oh my God! What is this shit? No fucking way. Well done, boys. All right.
Austin Market, baby.
You're right. Oof. You ain't wrong. All right.
So
Miller's Ale House.
as Quin watches all of you guys like make this fucking reflex save, he's got his crossbow in his one hand, and even though he looks kind of glitchy, you guys can all see him just kind of like wipe his forehead and just like kind of like motion.
Yeah. As that's taking place, all of you guys are able to notice that not only is the ground beneath your feet sticky like some sort of glue, as you're able to like get out of the position you were standing in, but also those creeping red vines on the ground, attempting to brush up against your legs or your boot or what have you, are starting to burn a little bit, but you shake the effects off. Zuref, you're up.
All right. I would like for my entire turn here, I would like to cast ear-piercing scream at the creature.
Okay. You're gonna have to make a concentration check first.
Okay. Where's that at again?
On the spell page, on the
Spell
top left.
page. Top left, concentration. Okay. All right, let's go and give this a shot.
I don't think that's gonna go off. Which is crazy, by the way, because you have a +7.
I do have a +7.
Yeah, so that is not going to go off. You still have
Okay.
a move action or a 5-foot step if you want, but you're within reach anyway. You're still gonna provoke.
Yeah. So that was my standard action, so I can't attack now. And so with that being said, what's up?
You can still swift, but that's about it.
Yeah, which isn't going to do me much good right now. So not that I'm aware of anyway.
Wasn't Song swift?
What is that?
Is a Raging Song swift?
It is, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not going to right now. I could technically if I wanted to. Actually, the decision I made there was based on something else. But I don't like when my benevolent DM gives me ideas. So I am going to yeah, I'm gonna swift in a Raging Song.
Okay.
So I will Raging Song. I've got we decided on 3 more turns.
Yes.
So you want me to just click it? Oh, I gotta actually put it on as a buff, right?
Yes, correct.
Buff. That's conditions. I'm looking for buffs, please.
It's the same tab.
Oh, same. Okay. Inspired Rage.
Yeah.
Boom. And this will also give me healing this turn as well.
At the end of the round.
At the end of the round, okay. And I can't remember what was the number that's +1 or
it's 2 right now.
+2. Okay. Cool. Thank you for checking.
Performance strength mod, which is 2. Right? Double check. It should be 2.
I think it's 2. Equals performance strength mod. Sorry, guys.
That's what the inspired.
Oh, you're fine.
What did you say, Chess?
Hang on, I'm looking at something.
Okay.
So, yeah, +2 strength / con. So yeah, it's +2.
It's +2. Okay, yep. All right, and that is my turn. With that, I choose the my ancestral totem to come out as well.
Okay.
And can they take an immediate swing?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Anybody, where do you want it? First off.
I would like it. I would like it basically to the. Given where we are position wise, it's a little awkward.
It's got to touch you for now. Later on, you could place it. Else, it's got to
sure.
It's got to be adjacent in some way.
I got to be linked to it. Yeah, then that's fine. That's a good spot for it. Yep, it's fine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you want to take a swing with this line? What form does said spirit take?
My father.
Once again.
Yeah. That always comes out as my father. Yep. Mm-hmm. Right now, anyway.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the one, baby.
This is the one.
It is going to. What's his weapon of choice, by the way?
His weapon is also a. His weapon is also a short sword.
Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So he'll just sort of stab down for 3 points of damage.
This time he does not acknowledge me in any capacity either. He's just kind of focused on his task.
Completely. That's all right. Quin?
Alrighty. So I want to make sure, because this is kind of the first time I'm doing all this crazy shit. I want to activate Shocking Grasp on this turn.
Okay.
And I can also attack now, correct? In the same turn? I can both cast Shocking Grasp and I can also fire my crossbow.
Oh yeah, Mathfinder time. So you can.
Mathfinder.
It's a full round action. It's the entirety of what you can do. Doing so makes the attack at a -2 penalty, and because of the positioning of everybody, it's also -4 because you're shooting into a melee.
Son of a fuck.
Unless one of them moves out of the way.
But I would have to wait for one of them.
You have to wait for a clear shot, yeah. Or this turn move to a position where you'd have a clear shot, which is really, because of the geography of the tunnel, is very difficult.
Yep.
But I like where your head's at. And yes, you absolutely can put the Shocking Grasp into the arrow and shoot the thing with the Shocking Grasp arrow. 100%.
Fuck the penalties. I'm going to run it.
He's crazy.
I like it.
Okay, let me figure out how the fuck we're going to do this real quick then. So...
Good, because I just accidentally backtracked on my webpage, so that buys me time.
That's fine. Jesus Christ, how do I even set this up? Okay.
Fuck yeah, let's make this complicated. Everyone, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be ranged versus AC. What the fuck is the bow's damage? 1d4 plus dex, pierce, damage 2, 3d6, 0 type shocking, crit multiplier 2, and this attack is -6. Okay, go ahead and click the Expo Shocking Grasp Spell Strike button on your sheet. Fucking send it.
All right. It is still loading. Give me 1 second.
He's lagging in game and real life.
Yeah. It's got Illusion of Calm on for real. Like,
this web browser shit, it's both great and terrible.
Roll 20 giveth,
Chromium.
roll 20 taketh.
All right. Alrighty, we're in. So you said I needed to. Oh, please, come on.
It is the 16th attack on your sheet. You'll see it.
Oh,
A lot of math. Imagine if we had to do this pen and paper. I'd be so fucking mad, dude. Busting the textbook out.
It's Expo Shocking SCSS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ta-da.
Even with flanking, unfortunately, will not do it. Yeah, it's just there's too much chaos. Like at the last second, you kind of like because you don't want to hit one of the guys.
I want to ask a hypothetical.
You can hold on real quick.
Yeah.
You can choose to maintain the shocking grasp and not lose it, but it's gonna be a while till you can shoot again because you're gonna have to reload.
Yeah.
Next turn, etc. But you didn't waste the spell. As long as you choose to maintain the charge, don't cast anything else, and don't touch anything. You're all right.
May I ask a hypothetical? This is fully cheating hypothetical for just a second.
All right, let's meta it up. Let's go.
Out of turn order, would I be capable of casting Timely Inspiration? And if I did, based on the caster level, I don't know if that would. I don't think it would hit still, just based on the penalties. But I'm just curious if I can even cast Timely Inspiration out of order, which I think I can.
Refresh my.
Timely. A word of arcane empowered inspiration can snatch a victory from seeming defeat. Cast a spell when a creature fails an attack roll or skill check. The target gains a +1 competence bonus per 5 caster levels, maximum +3 bonus on the attack roll or skill check retroactively. The bonus is enough to make the failure a success. The roll succeeds.
All right. Well, to answer your original question, yes, you absolutely can do that out of order because it's immediate.
Yep.
The +1 would not hit though.
I figured, yeah, I know exactly what the DC here is here, but I was just curious, really, about the out of order thing, and I didn't quite know with the whole quote per caster level. That's my caster level, right?
Yeah, effectively, there's spell level and there's caster level.
Mm-hmm.
Caster level is used for determining damage and duration. Usually, if it has damage and duration that goes up or down.
Okay.
Caster level is always essentially your class level.
Okay, I didn't know if it would be like. Yeah, okay, that makes. I didn't know it was like if it was his caster level, but since it is class level, it would make a difference anyways. Okay.
Right. So when you hit 5th level, like 5th Skald level, that bonus goes up to +2.
Gotcha. Okay.
At 10th level, it's +3. 15th, it's +4. 20th, it's +5.
It maxes at +3, but.
Oh, okay, yeah. If it so a lot of stuff like Joey's Shocking Grasp, for instance, is currently it's 1d6 every caster level up to 5d6, so it currently hits for 3d6.
Okay.
Or it can,
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay,
or
cool.
like Azar's Burning Hands functions similarly. It's 3d4 currently, up to a cap of 5d4, I think. So,
no, I know.
All right. So I'll keep Shocking Grasp up a bit then.
Okay.
That effectively ends my wait. Can I reload now, or do I reload on the next one?
No, you're gonna have to spend next turn reloading effectively.
So I can't
spell
similar
combat.
to G-Eric like reloads and then can fire.
I have rapid reload.
Yeah, he has a feat for that. It's
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
And
well, that ends my turn then.
You used a full round action, which was like move and attack. Or in your case, it allows you to cast an attack. So you're spent no matter what. You can't do anything else.
Okay.
Other than do a 5-foot step, but the 5-foot step you can't use as a move action to reload in this case.
Okay.
So, all right.
Heard.
Nice attempt. A lot of math in Mathfinder. God bless.
Also, everyone, they have to decide if they're taking my Raging Song as well.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. You could choose at any point to take it or not take it. It would not have affected the outcome of that roll, by the way, Joe, because it's dex.
No, I know that.
Dex-based.
It would have affected. It would have affected damage.
No. So ranged weapons use your dex bonus for hit and damage, and Raging Song affects strength only.
Okay, well, fuck it. Then never mind. I don't want your stupid song in my head.
Sure.
Unless you had the sword out and you were throwing the sword or cutting with it. In which case, you definitely want it.
Throw word.
Though you could take it to have a spirit at least attached to you for right now. It wouldn't be able to attack because of where it's positioned, I believe, because it has to be
Correct.
touching. But you could
Bro,
take it for
your unsolved shit with your ghost dad is not my deal. So
You-
I
you
am
got-
leaving your ghost alone.
that. You got
Hey
it. You
Chase,
got
quick
it.
question.
Sure.
How does my blood sanctuary help me with the raging song?
It doesn't affect you with that. It's
Oh,
if
okay.
It's if let's just say Quin had burning hands too, and you were standing in front of him.
Ah, I see. Okay. Sorry.
Or really, like Fireball is like the spell I'm pretty sure it was made for. Fireball is notorious because it hits into like a 30-foot area.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like able to dodge out a lot better.
Right.
It lets you set up combos later. Just real quick, like if you guys have some AOE stuff, like for instance, Court of Shards that Zuref has, which is a big ass AOE cone. You have the ability to either take less damage. Is that what it is? Is that what Blood Sanctuary does? Or does it boost the save to not get hit?
I believe it boosts the save to not get hit. It says +2 bonus on saving throws against spells that he or an ally casts.
Yeah, so you could after this combat, conceivably you could talk in character and be like, oh yeah, so by the way, if I'm standing in front of you and we need you to like try to nuke this bad guy, like don't feel bad, you can do it unless I'm about to die, because I'll probably be okay.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Alright.
I'm going to take the Inspired Rage. I'm taking the Inspired Rage.
Okay. Where do you want your spirit? It's gotta be adjacent to you.
Directly across from Zuref's dad.
It has to be touching you within 5 feet. So here.
No, yeah, right on the other, but it can't be like right, like there.
He wants it here.
Like on the corner.
Oh, completely opposite.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. All right. Would you like it to take a swing?
It's
not his last turn right now.
It's not my turn.
That doesn't matter.
Then...
No. Hang on. Let me. It does. Sorry.
Yeah.
Stupid. On your turn, at will, you can choose to attack with it. Whatever. So okay. Eric.
All right. After getting slapped around like I owe this monstrosity a good sum of money and avoiding the trap on the floor that it left for us, I do my best to just laugh and taunt it a little. Missed on purpose. You gotta give him hope. It's undercut a little bit, though, as I just cough up blood from the beating I'm getting, and I'm clearly struggling to stand on my feet right now. But I, the shipwright sniper, don't back down. I can't. Mostly because I know that I'm boned if I do. So another reload, almost fumbling a little as the metal ball sticks to my bloodied fingers, before aiming yet again at the thing, my vision focusing up just as I pull the trigger.
This is the one.
It was a good one.
Wow!
It was the one.
Take us home.
Jesus, Jermaine Christ.
Take us home, Navy SEAL, Captain Phillips, Sniper Man.
So Chase, real quick, so is like the outer part of it? Is it like hard? Is it like a shell, basically?
Yes, it has a carapace of this like hardened coral material.
Okay, sick. So like, does this thing kill? Does this kill it?
Absolutely.
It's very dead.
Yes.
Okay, so
again, for the audience, very briefly, 27 to hit, 18 on the confirm for 32 points of damage.
It's pretty hefty.
It had like 7 or 8 health left, so it is
wonderful. So with my Hail Mary, I'm about to die shot. It goes in through, like, on the front there. You see that little front tentacle on the little picture there? It goes in through that and like bounces, like ricochets inside the thing a little bit. I don't know what. Maybe my blood's like magical or something in this particular instance. It just kind of bounces around, does a bunch of damage, and then it just like stops moving.
It like gets inside, but as it loses momentum from each ricochet, it like tumbles more and more and
yeah,
more shit out. Like as it just clicks and is agonizing. Like, and
gotcha.
The tentacles just wilt. As it comes to the ground. All right.
And I'm gonna fall onto my back because I'm almost dead.
I'm gonna walk up to Jarek and I'm gonna look down at him and put my crossbow away and just go, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave the range shit to you."
Just coughing. But a
just gonna
little
look
weak
at-
thumbs up lifts up, like, gotcha.
I'm just gonna look over at G. Eric, completely ignoring Zuref, and just give him a nod of approval, like, good job.
I can't see.
You can see my eyes glowing in your direction.
There's like 8 pairs.
Oh, there's only 2.
Oh, that's not good then.
All right. So since the whole combat round is over, I only rage for what, 1 full round at that
Correct.
point. Okay.
But you have 3 rounds of fast healing because the effect of lingering performance.
Okay. So that would be an additional 6 health.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Jarek, how much health did you lose?
Just dying on the ground. That's my answer.
Well, I'm trying to give me a number.
I look like if anybody decided to even poke me, I might possibly pass out.
Chase, I would like to use the 1 potion of cure light wounds that I have on Jarek.
Wow. Selfless.
Very generous. Please roll. Please roll 1d8.
A generous tiefling.
He just doesn't want me to shoot him. That's all.
Feast.
I mean, he just MVP, John Elway'd him with that bullet.
So I'm gonna assume that this potion, I'd bend down, kind of lift Jarek's head up a little bit, and I tenderly feed him this little potion. As he starts to feel better, kind of give him a little pat on the shoulder and say, "Thanks for saving our asses."
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Happy to help. Seeing visions of my family as I'm just losing blood.
The metaphorical burlap sack was about to come down over your eyes.
For the last time.
Yeah. Surely you were mistaken.
Thank you, Quin. I appreciate it. Oh. Okay, hey, we did it. Good job, everybody. That's the power of teamwork, friendship, probably 2 or more gods, something like that.
My approval quickly drops, and I just roll my eyes at his optimism. As unyielding optimism.
I look at him and I say, I frown upon those who use such cowardly weapons against me, but when they are behind me and for me, I am very happy to be on your side, brother.
Hey, no worries. I would never think of hurting you guys. You guys are great.
As I still have a little ringing in my ear from that shot.
Hey, I didn't say anything about hearing damage.
With me 1 sec, guys. I want to double check something real quick.
Yeah, let's take just a second here, and we'll just rest up, because, man, I don't know about you guys, but that thing walloped me.
While that's all happening, I will be in real life right back because the bathroom's called. Right back.
Awesome.
Pick up the phone.
Same.
Bathroom break, go.
Take a little minute, real quick. Hold on.
Party for the people.
That's right.
Dang.
Intermission is brought to you by JG Wentworth. That is JG Wentworth 877 cash now.
It's your money, and you need it now.
If you have an unstructured annuity and you need cash now, call JG Wentworth 877 cash now.
Gonna get a community notes thing at the bottom of it.
Or a sponsorship. This can go either way. An endorsement.
I have an annuity, but I need cash now.
Hey Chase, was that thing unarmed?
No, it's not considered unarmed. Why do you ask?
Dang. Oh, okay. I just have cheap shots, so I gotta ask that every time.
Say hi, Moon. Say hi, Dave.
Hello.
Oh, dog. By the
dog.
way, Chase, since we're still like out of game for it now, did I play that correctly with like shocking grasp and all that?
Yeah, that's the correct mechanics and everything.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
Yep.
Cool. All right, and back in character.
And taking full advantage of the fact that you have prehensile tail, which you wouldn't have been. That would have taken 2 turns to set up had you not. He's pretty slick. So,
well, as Zach mentioned, we do have a pretty benevolent DM.
It's very
we're here to have fun.
And I will take advantage of it.
I prefer
actually.
Cool shit to saying no, you can't do that unless it's obviously retarded. If that makes sense.
There goes our JG Wentworth sponsor.
Oh,
Right.
come on, Chase.
Hard
You just
R.
lost it with that word, man. That's all right. Maybe we'll get sponsored by Gamer Subs or something.
Yeah, that'll probably work.
Yeah, there's always Blue Chew. I'm working
There
on
is.
Ims.
Coming to you live from Blue Chew Studio.
All right, so
I'm gonna see if my camera will work without crashing shit.
everybody who's in here, whenever you get the chance to, Azar, you guys can roll Dungeoneering or Planes. I'd say both Quin and Azar should use Planes. The other 2 should use Dungeoneering.
Famine!
Wow, that's crazy. Interesting.
Got him.
Okay.
Ah,
Hey. What up?
There he is.
Hell yeah. See the Puerto Rican flag in the background too?
That's the katana in the corner. Purple hilt. There we go.
that's it's actually Kikoku for Law.
You know I
Hey,
don't know.
oh, let's
what you
go.
just said.
I do.
Just talking in fucking moon runes, dude. I don't know what the fuck
Bro.
you just said.
Kurt, I appreciate it.
Kanye,
Thank you,
Date
sir.
Bio or something, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, bro, you gotta date your bios. Don't even play.
Date Bayo.
Okay. Zuref and Quin, you guys both know that this thing is called
We're doing this.
a Galarn. Which is not from this world. It's a non-aquatic arthropod. Comes from other deserts, not Galarians, though. Very odd that it's in this place.
So is it also safe to say that this little hallway here is has a sand? There's a desert style floor. It's not like we're not like it's like almost like a different type of cave floor than what we were in before.
Yeah, it's let me take you guys back for a moment.
Mhm.
Oops. Take the marker. So yeah, it's a there's like a very little sandy floor to this. And it's mostly rock wall. But
Okay.
if you press forward, things will become clear.
Okay. So I basically I have another stories are still returning to my mind. After seeing my father in combat again, I kind of remembered one of the stories he told me as a young kid about these kind of creatures, and some of them that do come from different planets, and this one is definitely one of them. I told the group, I said that This is a Galarn. It's my father told me much about it in the past, that it is a like a desert creature. It's strange to me that we're running into so many different types of creatures in this cave, almost and in their perfect habitats, similar to um, the mushroom field that we had to navigate through, and now this, it almost seems like there whatever created this or held this is creating an ecosystem of these creatures, and I don't believe that the creatures we slaughtered out there in their primitive tents are the ones who did it. I almost feel like they were just on the outskirts of the whole thing.
Squatters, maybe.
Yeah. In any case, it appears that whatever we fight or whatever we run into and whatever Connor may have ran into is uh, essentially in a position to its own benefit more than us, for that matter. Strange for such a thing to exist so deep underwater in this cave and to also to still be surviving in these areas as well. It's almost as if something is still keeping it alive.
All I know is this thing's gross, and I'm glad it's dead.
Yeah, it's like sticky around it as you like trudge through the space where it was standing. Like your boots want to suck into the sand momentarily, almost like quicksand. You're like, ugh.
Well, the only way to go now is forward. Jarek, are you good enough to walk?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay a little bit behind though, if that's cool.
Okay, I think we have to keep pushing to Connor. I think we have a little bit, some extra time on this water breathing before we have to leave. I don't want to return to town without something to show for. So, considering last time we brought them bodies and other things.
All right.
Why does the map look weird?
What's the order? Who's going first?
So that whole time, by the way, I had the sun rod in my hand. I clicked my shield off, which is why my AC was a little bit lower because I had the sun rod the whole time. So I still have it in my hand. I'm assuming it's still functioning.
Yeah, you got quite a while.
Okay. Yeah. I'm the right now is with the kind of epiphany that I had about what we're walking into, kind of this out of character Willy Wonka style gauntlet we've got going on. I push forward a little bit further. So we are. What I'm basically here essentially.
Yeah, who's behind you? Hold on, I'll there's a big cutscene here, so who's after him?
I'll be
walk
after
along.
Zuref.
And I'm gonna walk in the very back, just keeping G-Eric in front of me to make sure that he's okay. Kind of rear guard.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you. I couldn't orient myself into space at all.
Yeah, it's in fog. This map is not to scale with the characters, but this is the only way I could get it on. So,
Let's get it on.
As you emerge from the mouth of this claustrophobic rock face, you find yourself agape at this strange and disconcerting vista. You don't need the sun rod. You find yourselves in an expansive desert valley under a starless night sky. A stretch of sand covering the ground, the vista broken here and there by bits of strange, spiky, dead fronds of something almost look like scrub or branches.
Move inside, but there's a night sky.
Can't tell if the fog is going away or not.
It is increasing.
Judgments of Darkness. Welcome to the horror remix of this campaign, guys, for the October 1st.
It was the way you said it. The questioning it like it's increased.
Because I saw one lighted square near us turn black, and I was like, oh.
Are you able to see it now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Hang on.
So we can see all of this. It's starless. It's a starless sky inside of this cave, but I don't need to necessarily cast dancing lights, correct?
Oh no, it's visible. It's absolutely massive.
And this thing, are these just like big pillars of rock?
That's
Is that what I'm
bona fide mountain.
I'm assuming, yeah. So you're saying this isn't to scale? Like this is massive, massive. Like this is massive, massive. Like an entire.
So this is just a new dimension of like a giant desert.
Other than the giant metal roof, yes. That if you stare deeply enough, it's not. At first, what you take for a starless sky is actually the inner dome made entirely of sky metal, more than you've ever seen, Azar, more than you could imagine possible in one location. I mean, hundreds of feet above you, stretching for hundreds of yards in every conceivable direction.
I kind of look up just in awe, and a slight smirk kind of falls over my face just because of all the metal that's around me. And that kind of just speaks to the smelter inside me.
I'm just peering around, like into the distance to gauge whether or not we can venture forward, or if we need to return first, and maybe even talk to some of the high priestess or the people in town who, at this point in time, given what we're seeing, I have a seeking suspicion know more about this than they've let on before.
Well, sense motive.
Sure.
Everybody or just Zuref?
Did he say that out loud?
I did say it out loud.
Anyone who wants to can.
Okay.
Feast.
None of you actually get that impression. Almost as it leaves your mouth, you're like, no, this is different. This is something entirely unplanned for.
Zuref is looking for a reason to return to safety, I think, is what took place there.
There were warnings about the Darklands and maybe, the skulks, the things that spoke Undercommon, and the giant hole. They might have known about that, but this is something so mind-bogglingly different, so utterly alien, and so old. None of you think anybody had even a clue that something like this was here.
Quin is kind of in shock, but he notices a beetle crawling across the sand, and almost like a cat, just is like crouches down, and his tail is kind of switching back and forth, and he's just kind of like observing this little beetle in the sand.
Not knowing anything about Gieric, I turned to him and said, "Does this remind you of your homeland at all?"
Not at all.
Aye. How much time do we have on the water breathing, DM?
I would say 3-ish hours or so. Just a cursory glance at the far wall. Mm-hmm. You'd think it would probably take an hour, maybe even 2, to get to the other side. And take the same transit back, plus 30 minutes or so to get to the town. So
essentially we
probably
would be at
you'd be cutting it dangerously close, and you guys probably aren't really in any shape to take another fight.
Sure.
Definitely not Jarek.
Okay. I turn to the group. All right. It appears that we have. I know Connor needs us, and we are on a mission here. But it appears that this expanse is just so large. I can't. I don't even know which direction to go in, let alone how long we have. I know we have some unexplored locations back on our way back to town. It might be a good idea for us to all. Hey, it might be a good idea for us to all return and maybe check out that big hole before we head back into town and see if we can find something to bring back to allow them to know our progress on this. I'm almost worried that we won't even be able to truly explain, or they won't believe us what we have found with how old and ancient this appears. But if you want to push forward, we can push forward and risk the breathing apparatuses that we have.
Honestly, after coming across multiple planes of different worlds, I'm surprised, but also this is what we do. Like, this is what I do. I'm an adventurer. So I'm good with going back and exploring that hole. I think we need to kind of regroup. G. Eric is like, still not really in the best of health. So maybe we should go back and explore a little bit and then head back and kind of regroup, tackle this desert later on.
G. Eric, you got enough strength to move to make it back? Or would you...
yeah. Our boy hooked me up with some potions. We're good. We're great.
All right. I guess I look around and take one more mental picture of what I'm seeing right now, trying to gain as much cursory information that I can so that I can remember for the path forward for our next time that we come in here. And I kind of turn around and start heading back through the hallways.
As you do, Polly is like out of the container, just somewhat speechless. You guys feel
What's
that?
up, Paul? Feel what, buddy?
It's like real wind in here. What the fuck? If you look in the distance, you could see like a small tumbleweed roll out over here. I mean, this is like a bona fide desert.
Yeah.
Under this mountain.
Well, no time like the present.
Seen a lot of deserts there, Polly.
More than you know, kid. More than you know.
So we start pushing our way back, I guess.
Yeah, you guys want to hand wave back to town? I think we can call it there. We're about.
Oh no, we kind of want to look at this hole if we can.
Oh yeah, we could go back and check that out real quick.
Yep.
I've got a big old hole to explore, dude.
It's what he does. He's
a hole in my heart.
Indeed.
A hole in that galar.
Yeah, I was gonna say a hole in that the galar that G. Eric decided to create.
The hollow point.
What can I say? I make magic.
I need like one boomstick joke per session now.
Oh, jeez.
I got the magic stick. All right.
So
let's get some perception checks so you guys are over there.
Yep. Go ahead and do a perception.
Perception starts with a P.
Oh.
Okay.
It lagged for some reason. Do the first one.
It's dark in here. It's a weird, stark contrast.
Not anymore, because I'm gonna cast Deadeye's Arrow right over the top of this. Bam.
Get it.
Yeah, you want to explain how that works too? Or you want me to? It basically like
So
creates a thunderous explosion instead of like just hitting the target. You could throw the arrow.
yeah, so I'm sitting here, and my character just creates this little golden orb, right? And then it starts to elongate and turns into like an arrow shape. And I kind of aim it up just above the giant pit there. And I send out the arrow, and you hear this kind of like whistle sound. Heads over to it, and as soon as it hits like the dead center of this giant pit, it just explodes and just rains down like sparkles, almost like those like fireworks that just kind of like pop out and like crackle down. And it's just light. It just lights up the entire area, and now we can all see.
Joey? Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Is it kind of like Grandpa Zoldik's the dragon rain he does in the Chimera Anarch?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you. That was with the visual.
3 of us get that.
The GM disliked that. No, wait, what? Just kidding. Obviously. Okay,
The
so
DM can suck it.
yeah, as you guys,
Zuref's daddy didn't tell him about that shit.
Please roll knowledge anime.
yeah, I'm gonna need you to roll knowledge moon rune.
Okay, so now that I can visibly see, I can inch over closer to the hole, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you guys can see it's almost 20 feet, spanned in either direction. And it's a series of cascading like shelves almost. Each little plateau descends, each one's 10 to 20 feet as far as the sheer drop until you hit the next little plateau or little shelf. And it seems to go on and on into the darkness, well beyond the range that Deadeye's arrow is able to convey light. Does anyone want to try to like toss a torch or something down there?
I was gonna say I want to pick up a rock and just kind of like plank it down in there just to see if we can hear anything.
All right, go for it. Roll perception as you do. Anyone?
Okay. Blink.
Famine.
Oh shit! Hold on. Oh god, coming. That's what she said. No, she didn't.
Don't worry, it'll be a low roll anyways, I think.
So, all of you almost excitedly like lean over the top shelf and listen intently for the inevitable crash or bang or anything. Just 10 seconds go by. 20 and 30. Nothing.
Well, guys, I think it's a
Can I
really,
throw
really
something heavier.
Roll
deep hole.
Roll dungeoneering or geography.
All right. Let's go with the geography.
All of us or just Zuref?
Anyone who wants to.
The 1.
Oh, famine.
Damn it.
Famine.
Shit.
That's a hole.
Paulie's not from here, he wouldn't know, so.
That's a hole.
Yeah. It's a big one.
All right. As I turn to everybody, all right. This appears that it might take a little longer to explore than we have at our given moment. I think we should probably just return to town now.
I could use some rest.
Yeah, that's a deeper hole than I'm used to, so I'm going home.
All right.
Azar, is that the
Without
pit of your
saying
soul?
As he says that, I look at him and I look at one of the bodies behind me, and I'm just gonna grab it and chuck it down the hole and look back at him.
Oh my god.
All right. Can we roll perception on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Here
Lord.
we go.
Feast.
Yo, yo, yo!
Again,
Jesus.
you wait eagerly, and it's just silence.
I'm making a note about that body.
Yeah.
The hole is bigger than the ones I usually make in our enemies.
All right,
Well,
so we
we haven't got you an RPG yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, he said, yeah, you all heard him.
Foreshadowing.
Seeing Zuref have such a careless appreciation for the dead, and I just I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted with his
You guys see that
such
screen, by the way?
yeah, such a like a warm heart for people like Connor's and Connor's daughter, but such a callousness for these creatures, and I just put that thought away and move on.
Quinn just kind of like laughs a little bit as the body just kind of like spins down into the hole, and then he just walks off.
All right, hand wave back to town.
Yeah, I think we'll call it there.
Back to town.
For
Yeah.
2 hours and 10 minutes.
Cool.